Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared12 here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Chengdu J-20A. The J-20, also known as the Mighty Dragon, is a twin-jet all-weather stealth fighter aircraft developed by China's Chengdu Aerospace Corporation for the People's Liberation Army Air Force. The J-20 is designed as an air superiority fighter with precision strike capability. The aircraft has three variants: the initial production model, the J-20A, the thrust-vectoring J-20B, and the twin-seat aircraft teaming-capable J-20Ss. Descending from the JX program of the 1990s, the aircraft made its maiden flight on January 11, 2011, and was officially revealed at the 2016 China International Aviation and Aerospace Exhibition. The aircraft entered service in March 2017, with the first J-20 combat unit formed in February of 2018. Making China the second country in the world and first in Asia to field an operational stealth aircraft. The J-20 is the world's third operational fifth-generation fighter aircraft after the F-22 and F-35. So yeah, the J-20 here are pretty interesting aircraft, and I would say probably like your peak or pinnacle fighter here for the Chinese military. It's a pretty interesting looking aircraft and quite a large one. I guess kind of standard. It doesn't really look that big in pictures, but when you actually see this thing and see the dimensions, it's pretty big. I guess you can kind of compare that to like the F-22 and F-35. They're actually massive. They don't really look like it in this one here, I'm sure is the same way in person. It's a pretty interesting aircraft and should be an awesome aircraft to add to your lineup of Modern Warfare aircraft, especially since we don't have many Chinese military aircraft in our list. So good to kind of see another one added into the Asian line of military aircraft. So with that, let's go ahead and dive in here, taking a quick look here at the J-20 Mighty Dragon. So the J-20 here, we have it designed in its kind of standard camo scheme that seemed to be running. It has a little bit of light gray highlights on the edge of the wings and the verts and all that stuff, as well as a little bit in the nose, and the rest of the body is kind of like a gray color. So we have the obviously light gray tip nose here. We have the darker gray body. This here is the cockpit. This is the A model, so this is designed to be the first production model aircraft. So it is not the twin seat or the thrust vectoring one, though I'm not entirely sure the differences between the B and the A, if they're really noticeable, if that. We have the little unit designation there on the bottom there, and would be the writing and numbers and stuff. We have the intakes for the engines, so again, like your traditional stealth aircraft, pretty kind of boxed off and square. Of course, we have a landed version for this aircraft as well, so you'll be able to build this landed and in flight in this tutorial. We have the canards here, which are pretty cool, kind of replaces the need of horizontal stabilizer, and then it has the wings, kind of a little bit like a delta wing type configuration here on the back. And obviously we have the Chinese Air Force logos here on the side, and of course we can't forget the iconic red star there on the vertical stabilizers. It also has the vertical stabilizers that kind of extend down a little bit as well, which I think is pretty cool. I think the rear of this thing looks really sick. I really like the way that the stabilizers are kind of oriented. Looks really cool. And we have our two jet engines here on the back. Again, really nothing too crazy. Looks like your standard stealth fighter. Really nothing too crazy or different about this aircraft compared to the other ones that are out there, but still really cool build and should make an awesome addition to your worlds as a awesome Chinese modern fighter. With that though, let's go ahead and move into our tutorial. Alright guys, so moving into our first layer here of the build, we will be going ahead and starting off with layer 1. Before we go ahead and get started though, I do want to go ahead and mention a quick few things here for the build. First thing being, if you're completely new to my aircraft tutorials or just my tutorials in general, for some builds I like to go ahead and do half on camera, half off. What this means is I'm going to be building the center line on camera, and then the right side, it'll be up to you guys to copy everything we do on the right side over to the left side. It's pretty straightforward and really isn't anything too complicated, especially for these kind of smaller aircraft. Makes things just a little bit easier and a little bit faster to kind of get through tutorial wise. So just keep that in mind. That's how we're going to be going ahead and going through this build, and I'll remind you through the first couple layers that is what we're doing. In addition, if you do want to build the landed version of the aircraft, we will be going ahead and adding a landing gear on at the end as a additional option to add on to the aircraft. So that means we're going to go ahead and build the aircraft originally in its in-flight configuration, and then go ahead and add the landing gear on after. So basically, if you do want to build this landed, you will want to make sure that your layer here is basically 2 blocks up from the ground level. So you can see we have our first layer here, which is on that 3rd level up from the ground. Ground obviously being our grass. We have 2 blocks full of space, and then we have a lot of top slabs that we're going to be using here. So you have that kind of 2.5 blocks of space between the ground level and the bottom of the aircraft. Very important to make sure that's correct, because when you go back and add the landing gear, it will not sit right if you built it weird or built it wrong. So just keep that in mind going forward. But if you're building this in flight, obviously it doesn't really matter. You're pretty much good to go. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place down a row of the deep slate brick slabs. This here is going to be a row that's going to go all the way down the center of the build, and this is going to be a total of 24 blocks in length. So again, you have your deep slate brick slabs. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 dark oak wood trapdoors going forward from those slabs in the direction you want the nose. So we're going to have the nose of the aircraft facing that way. Now that is your center line. Everything we do on the right side now is going to be replicated on the other side. So we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dark oak wood trapdoors, and then switch it back to our deep slate slabs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 of our slabs back, and then a dark oak wood trapdoor. We're also going to place down a trapdoor come off the side of this here, and then we're going to go and go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 of your deep slate bricks going forward. So it should look like this here so far. And then on the back here, we're going to go ahead and go off this dark oak wood trapdoor. We're going to place down 1 more here to the side, and then we're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, and 4 top slabs like that. After that is done, we're going to go ahead and go off this dark oak wood trapdoor. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 blocks, and then 1 back. We're going to do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 back. Now this here is going to set us up to go ahead and do our bottom stabilizers. And really simply, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone upside down stair like this, so a space of 1 from that block there, and then we're going to place down a corner stair coming off of it going forward. So it should look like this here. And then we're just going to place down a stone top slab on the back of this, or on the side of the stair, going toward the back. We can then delete any of the marker blocks you placed, so any of the yellow concrete or anything like that can be deleted. And once you have that all finished there, you're going to take what we did on the right side and flip it over to the left side. Taking a look at it from up above, this right here is what it should look like for the top-down view with this layer all complete. So go ahead and take the time now to copy the right side over to the left side. And once you have both sides lined up and looking the same, you are done with everything we have for layer 1, and we'll be moving on to layer number 2. Alright guys, so moving into our next layer, we'll be going ahead and moving into layer number 2. For layer 2, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to take our gray concrete, we're going to place it down on top of this first dark oak wood trapdoor. So this very front one here, like this that we have on the front of the aircraft, we're going to place down a gray concrete block on top of it. We're going to go ahead and place down 1 more block going forward. If you're on Java, we're going to go ahead and place down a piston upside down. If you are not on Java, we're going to go ahead and have an alternative. This can either be done with a stone upside down stair or a stone full block. Either one could work in the situation. Probably the stone upside down stair is going to be your better bet, but you would want to go ahead and use an alternative, because we will be using a tool called the debug stick later to change the properties of the piston, and that's going to again be only a Java feature. So just keep that in mind. You may have to alter that if you are in a different version there than Java. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone top slab and then an iron trapdoor to go ahead and make the nose of our aircraft. Going back from this second gray concrete block, so this one right here, we're going to go ahead and then place down a row of gray concrete going down the center of the build here, and this here is going to be a total of 26. For perspective, it should end one after that brick top slab there, or this deep slate brick top slab here, like that on the bottom. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down 3 pistons upside down, again for my Java players. If you're non-Java, again an alternative here can either be to place down another gray concrete block and 2 brick top slabs. So it would look something like that there instead as an alternative to the pistons. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down 3 deep slate brick top slabs and then 2 dark oak wood trapdoors to go ahead and make your center line there of the aircraft. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and go back up to the front, and we're going to continue working our way out to the sides. We're going to place down a skeleton skull, come off this piston or this stair, whatever you placed, followed by a gray stained glass pane, and then a deep slate brick wall after that. We're going to go ahead and place down a diorite wall, and then 2 polished diorite blocks back from that, as well as a stone full block. We will also want to go ahead and take some time real quick, just so we don't forget the little detail later on, to grab ourselves an item frame, and we're going to place down an item frame on this deep slate brick wall. In that item frame, we're going to go ahead and place down a white bed, which we're going to have sideways like that, and then a dark oak wood sign can be placed on the side of the wall again for my Java players like that. If you're non-Java, then you'll just be placing down the item frame in the bed, but for my Java players, we'll add the sign there to kind of help blend it in a little bit better with the build. After that, we're going to take our gray concrete. We're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28 of our gray concrete blocks back. We'll then take our deep slate brick stairs and place on an upside down stair like so, then a deep slate top slab, and then a polished andesite top slab to bring us here toward the back. We'll then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a deep slate tile, so not a brick, but a tile slab. We're going to place down a top slab that's going to come off that polished andesite top slab at an angle, and then we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood trapdoor. In this section here, you can either go ahead and, we're going to go ahead and first start off by placing down a piston, or a row of 2 of upside down pistons. So we have 1 and 2 upside down pistons like this here to go and start forming the underside of our engine. Now again, an alternative to this would be to place down probably a polished andesite full block, or rather I'll do it right next to it. So we'll place down a polished andesite full block and then a gray concrete full block as an alternative to what we have going on here. But again, for my Java players, we'll place down our 2 pistons. After that, we're going to go ahead and then place down a row of gray concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 gray concrete blocks forward, and then a black concrete block. You should have 1 slab here sticking out. We're going to go then place down 2 dark oak wood trapdoors, opened up on the side here, so they lay flat against the side of the gray concrete, and they should be coming off that black concrete like that. After we have that done, we then want to go ahead and place down a deep slate brick wall coming off this black concrete block, 1 of those walls going forward, and then a gray stained glass pane like that sticking out further. We then want to go ahead and place down an andesite wall, and then we're going to place down another brick wall directly after that. We'll need to go ahead and grab ourselves an item frame here again, and we'll be using our item frame to go ahead and place on the side of this nether brick wall, and then we're going to go ahead and then place down an iron bar in the item frame. We're going to go then take our deep slate brick walls, and we're going to go and continue back with a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 of these walls. We're going to place down another nether brick wall, and we're going to do the same thing here again with our item frame and our iron bars like that. We then want to place down a deep slate brick wall here, and then we're going to go and then grab our gray concrete, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 gray concrete, ending on top of that, and that dark oak wood trapdoor. Then we're going to go and place down a deep slate upside down stair, a deep slate top slab, and then a polished andesite top slab like that to go ahead and continue to form up our engines. And once we have that all done, the last thing to kind of do here for the fuselage is going to be going to this section here. We have these 4 top slabs. On the gray concrete blocks above those top slabs, we're going to place down dark oak wood trapdoors on the side, and we're going to go and then close them or open them, however you want to look at it, to where they lay flat against the side of these gray concrete blocks. And that's going to very much complete that. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward stuff there, and that is going to be it for the fuselage of the aircraft. The last thing we have to do here is to go ahead and kind of add on to our stabilizers. Very simply, we're going to go ahead and take our deep slate stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3. Make sure the backs of the stairs are facing toward the aircraft. And then we're going to go ahead and place down a skeleton skull on each end to kind of help keep that light gray highlights like so. Anyways though, once we have that all done, that is going to be everything we have here for this layer. Again, here is an aerial view of what it should look like from the top down view once you take the right side and copy it over to the left side. Again, just make sure those changes that you may need to make between your different versions of Minecraft are applied, and again, some things may be a little bit different block-wise looking at the top-down view, depending on what you swapped out. Anyways though, this is what it should look like from the top-down view, and with that, layer 2 is all complete, and we'll be going ahead and moving on up to our next layer, which will be layer number 3. Moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a stone slab on top of this iron trapdoor here, and then we're going to go and place down a piston directly behind that slab like so. We're going to go then place down a stone full block, and after that stone full block, we're going to place down a long row of gray concrete that's going to go all the way down the center line here for a total of 36 blocks. After we have that done, we're just going to place down a deep slate brick wall here on the very end. After we have that done, we're going to go ahead and place down a polished andesite block to the side of this this deep slate brick wall, and then we're going to place down a deep slate tile wall. So again, make sure it's that tile wall That's going to go back like so, and then a black stainless pane after that. Then going forward from the polished andesite, we're going to take our gray concrete, and we're going to go and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 of our gray concrete blocks back. And also, I forgot to mention up here for this piston, I'd recommend using a stone stair as an alternative to the piston. So just go ahead and do whatever you need to up front there. We're going to go ahead and then place down a deep slate wall like so, a light gray stainless pane, and then a skeleton skull come off the side here of this piston. After that's done, we're going to take our dark oak trapdoors, we're going to place them on the side of these two blocks here, and we're going to go ahead and close them so they sit flat against the side of the aircraft. We then want to go ahead and grab our gray stainless panes. We're going to go back 1, 2, 3 stainless panes, and then we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2 deep slate brick walls. We're going to go ahead and then place down a black concrete block here, and then one out to the side. We then want to place down 2 dark oak trapdoors on top of these 2 blocks here, and we're going to go ahead and open them so that they kind of sit in line here with the side of that black concrete. And then taking our trapdoors again, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 along the back here, or the sides of the trapdoors and the black concrete, and then we're going to go ahead and close those like so. We then want to take our gray concrete and go back from this first black concrete block. We're going to place down a row of gray concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 black concrete. Gray concrete. Now at this point right here, you can kind of choose what you want to do. So if you do want to have the aircraft kind of turned off, you can go and use like a black concrete block here for the engines, and then maybe like a stone button coming off of it. So if it's just sitting parked, I would recommend this to kind of have the engines off. If you do have the aircraft flying or basically on or taxiing or whatever, I'd recommend using a shroom light here after those gray concrete, and then an orange stained glass block here to kind of help make it look like the engines are actually on. So just a couple options there to kind of help spice up your build and kind of give you a little bit more playability with it. But next to this block here, on top of this top side, we're going to place down a polished andesite full block, a deep slate tile wall going back, and a black stainless pane. We'll take our gray concrete, and we're going to go and then go forward with our gray concrete all the way to the black concrete. So we're just going to fill this row in all the way going toward the front. And it's going to bring us all the way up to this point here. Now, once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and then take our iron trapdoors and our dark oak trapdoors. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 dark oak trapdoors and then our iron trapdoor. We then want to place down another iron trapdoor, and then 1, 2, 3 dark oak trapdoors, and then another iron trapdoor. Iron trapdoor, then 1, 2 dark oak trapdoors, and then another iron trapdoor. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor here, and then 2 dark oak trapdoors, and then an iron trapdoor on the back here. And then we're going to go ahead and place down our iron trapdoor here, a dark oak trapdoor, and another iron trapdoor back like that. And then we're just going to place down 1, 2 iron trapdoors just like that. So that's going to basically create your pinards just like that. After that is all done, we then want to go ahead and grab our stone top slabs, and we're going to go and place it in our row of 3. So we're going to go ahead and skip 1 back from the iron trapdoor. So skip 1 block, and then we have our second block here. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 stone top slabs. We're going to go and then take our deep slate stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stairs. And then 1, 2, and 3 of our gray concrete back. We then want to go and take our pistons, and we're going to place down 2 upside down pistons in this spot right here. So 1 and 2 upside down pistons. As an alternative to that, I would probably recommend placing down a gray concrete block, and then maybe a deep slate upside down stair as an alternative to those blocks there. So it looks something like that. Then we're going to take our stone top slabs. We're going to place down 2 stone top slabs back. Now, once we have that done, we're going to go and place down a stone top slab coming off this one. And then we're going to go and then, or actually, right about it's actually going to be a stone upside down stair, which will be positioned like this. So we're going to have an upside down stair like so. Then we're going to place down a stone top slab back, and then there's stone top slab, and then an iron trapdoor like so. We then want to go and take our stone top slabs, or upside down stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 more, going toward the front there. And after that third one right there, we want to go ahead and then place down a piston. So there's going to be a piston right here. Again, an alternative here to the piston would probably be just to place down like a gray concrete full block. Honestly, that would be just fine. So gray concrete full block instead of the piston would be a good alternative. Anyways, after that though, we're gonna go ahead and grab our deep slate slabs, and we're gonna go ahead and place down our row of deep slate slabs going forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 blocks. And then take our stone top slabs. We're gonna place down 1, 2, 3. At this point, we're going to be basically solely focusing on our wings, so let's go ahead and dive into this. So for our wings here, we're going to place down a stone top slab at a diagonal from that row of 3, and we're going to go and keep doing diagonals. So we're going to have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 diagonal stone slabs. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So really simple. And after your 8th one, you're going to go and go diagonal again for a 9th, but this one is going to have 1 and 2 more stone slabs that go back from it. So you have a total of 3 there. And then we're going to go ahead and then go over 2 slabs. So 1, 2, then go back into and toward the inside with 1, and then 1, 2 more, so you have a total of 3. And then same thing again here, and this is going to connect up here to this stone stair like that. Now you have your outline of your wing, which should look something like this, and all we really need to do now at this point is to take our deep slate slabs and just to go ahead and fill in the inside. So again, we're taking our top slabs and we're just filling in the inside of our outline for the entire wing. So pretty simple stuff here. You'll just go ahead and fill it all in. And once you have that all filled in there, that is going to complete the wing. And with that all done, that is going to wrap up everything we have here for layer 3. Taking a look at it from the top-down view, this we should have from up above. Just make sure your blocks are all transferred over properly, and go ahead and make the left side at this time. That right there, though, is going to complete what we have for layer 3, and we'll be going ahead and moving on up to layer number 4. Alright guys, so moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to start with, we're going to go ahead and place down a piston, and we're going to turn, a daylight detector. We're going to turn it to the night mode. It's going to sit on top of that gray concrete block there. And then we're going to place down a deep slate slab going back from that daylight detector. We're going to go and then place down a row of 5 of black stained glass. This here is going to be for the canopy for the cockpit. Then we're going to place down 2 stone full blocks, and then we're going to switch back to our gray concrete. This gray concrete here is going to be a total of 12 blocks. After those 12 blocks, for my Java players, we're going to go and place down a row of pistons here for a total of 10. Now, unfortunately, again, the pistons here are really going to be essential to helping shape our aircraft perfectly. An alternative to this really is just going to be the option of stone slabs. Unfortunately, it's not the best, but it is what you're going to have to do here. So again, you'll just do a line of stone slabs here instead of the pistons as an alternative to this section. With that all done, though, we're going to go ahead and then place down an additional 3 deep slate brick slabs going back, another daylight detector turned to night mode, and then a dark oak trapdoor on the end. And that right there is going to form your center line there of the build. Moving out to the sides now, we're going to place down a polished andesite slab on top of this full block here, and then 1 and 2 deep slate slabs going forward. We're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 pistons forward. Again, your alternative is going to be the gray concrete, or the deep slate slabs. Then we're going to go and go after this with deep slate slabs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to go ahead and then place down a deep slate stair here, and then a stone stair like that after it. We then want to place down our air brick walls 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a black stained glass pane on the front here, and lastly a wither skeleton skull at a slight angle, about a 45-degree angle there, or actually a little bit less than that. So like that. To go ahead and help shape up the front there. After that is done there, we want to go ahead and then take our daylight detectors, and we're going to go and place down a row of daylight detectors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These again are going to be all changed to that night mode, so they have that bluish, light bluish gray color. We're going to go then take our deep slate slabs again. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 of these slabs back, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 pistons, like so, followed by a deep slate slab or tile slab like that, and then a dark oak trapdoor. We then want to place down a polished andesite slab here next to this piston, and we're going to go and then take our slabs here of deep slate, and we're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we want to switch back to our daylight detectors here. We're going to place down a row going forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And we're going to go ahead and again change these all to that blue color, or that night mode. And we then want to take our dark oak with trapdoors, place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 trapdoors going forward, just like that. And then also, yeah, that's all we have there. So with that done, we're going to go ahead and grab some light gray carpet and some gray carpet. We're going to go ahead and place down light gray carpet on the iron trapdoors for your canards. And then we're going to go ahead and then place down gray carpet on top of the dark oak wood trapdoors to go ahead and make your canards like that. After that is done there, we then want to go ahead and take our gray carpet as well as our iron trapdoors and our dark oak wood trapdoors. We're going to place down a light gray carpet here, then 2 iron trapdoors back, and then we're going to place down 3 dark oak wood trapdoors. We're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 daylight detectors, all turned to night mode like so. And then after that, we want to go ahead and then place down a stone stair that'll be positioned like so. We're going to go ahead and take our deep slate brick stairs, and we're going to go ahead and go back with 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, we're going to go ahead and then place down our stone stair and an gray carpet. On the back here, we're going to place down 1 and 2 gray carpets here. And then taking our iron trapdoors, we're going to place down 2 iron trapdoors. Taking our dark oak wood trapdoors, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 going forward, 2 iron trapdoors, and then a gray carpet there on the front. At this point in time, we're going to go ahead and then take our gray carpet, and we're going to go ahead and place down gray carpet on top of each one of these stone slabs. And then we're going to go ahead and then also do our little insignia on the aircraft as well. This will be done by using an item frame and also a nether star. Now for this, we're going to go ahead and go to this gray carpet here. We're going to build 1 and 2 gray carpet from the light gray. Save your light gray. We're going to build 2 more gray carpet over. Then we want to place down a light gray carpet, an item frame with another star in the item frame, and then another light gray carpet like that to go ahead and form our little star insignia, and that will be on both wings. Then at this point, we're just going to take our gray carpet and we're going to go ahead and just fill in the inside here of our outline of light gray carpet with gray carpet. So again, just go ahead and fill this all in like so, and that'll fill in completely like that. And once you have that all done right there, that is going to basically conclude what we have for layer number 4 of the build. Again, you'll take what we did on the right side and flip it over to the left side, and you'll be pretty much good to go. At this point in time, I also want to go ahead and take the time for my Java players to go ahead and talk about the debug stick. So the debug stick can be accessed by typing the command /give @p Minecraft:/debug_stick. So this command right here, press and enter will give you this glowing stick. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to go ahead and go to your pistons, you're going to left click them until you get a selected extended false pop up, then you're going to go ahead and right click. And what it's going to do is it's going to get rid of that wood portion. And what it helps us do is it helps us kind of create these nicer slopes for the aircraft and just kind of help get the body lines a lot better for the build. So we're going to be going ahead and using this for every single one of these pistons on the top and on the bottom of the aircraft. So let's go ahead and make sure that you apply this overall to all the pistons. And right away, you'll start to see just how big of a difference it makes in just terms of the sloping and just making things look really good and really clean. Again, same thing will be done here around our engines and all that. One quick disclaimer I do want to throw out here is that if you do plan on breaking a block around these pistons, it will reset the pistons. So, for example, if I break this block here, these pistons will revert back. So just make sure that you are careful when you're going around placing blocks for the rest of this tutorial and you don't actually place it on one of these pistons, because all these will reset and you'll have to do it again. So just a quick disclaimer on that. But anyways, that is going to conclude everything we have for layer 4. And with that, let's move on to layer number 5. Moving into our next layer, we have layer 5. Layer 5 is going to be a pretty straightforward layer and is our last layer before we go ahead and just finish off the rest of the build. So for layer 5, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and place down an air brick slab that's going to go on top of this black stained glass block here, and then we're going to place down 2 pistons. We're going to go and then place down another nether brick slab after those pistons, as well as a daylight detector, which will turn to that night mode, so that light bluish color, and then an iron trapdoor to finish it off. To the sides of the pistons, we're going to place down 2 wither skeleton skulls, and an alternative here to this would be to probably just use nether brick slabs instead of pistons here, and unfortunately disregard the wither skeleton skulls. But pistons there just kind of help give us that extra elevation, and again, for my Java players, we'll take the debug stick and just right click it like so, and as you can see, it really helps form a nice cockpit canopy there. Anyways, that's it for the front section there, and go ahead and go into the back. The only thing we have to do here is to place down a stone upside down stair like this, and then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and just 4 polished or deep slate brick stairs back, and then a stone upside down stair like that. So that is all you need to do there for your vertical stabilizers. Really simple stuff, and yeah, that right there will pretty much complete what we have for layer number 5. And one quick thing also is back from the iron trapdoor here, we're going to go back down the spine of the aircraft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On your 8th block, we're going to place down a stone button. So just go ahead and throw that on there as well for that little bit of detail. But anyways, yeah, that is it for layer number 5. And with that, we'll be moving into our final layers of the build. Moving into our final layers, we have layers 6 through 10. For these layers to go ahead and start with, we're going to go ahead and strictly be working on our vertical stabilizers for this section. We're going to start off by placing down a stone stair on top of this stair like so, and then we want to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the deep slate stairs back, and then a stone stair like this on the back. We're going to go ahead and go up from the stone stair, and then out with a stone upside down stair, like so, and then we're going to go 1, 2, and 3 stairs going forward, followed by another stone upside down stair. Going up from this again, we're going to place down another stone stair up here, and we want to go ahead and then place down 2 deep slate stairs back from that, as well as a stone stair like this going up from the stair. After we have that all done there, we're going to go ahead and then go up from this stone stair and again have another upside down one that kind of goes back like that and up. We're going to place down 2 deep slate stairs upside down going forward and a stone upside down stair like that. On top here, we're going to place down a stone stair like this, and then 2 stairs behind it, so you have that corner stair and those normal stairs like that. And you're going to take that same design and copy it over to your vertical stabilizer to go ahead and complete your vertical stabilizers. And that right there is going to conclude what we have for layers 6 through 10. Let's go ahead and move on to the banners we need to make for this build. Alright guys, so moving into our banner work, it's pretty straightforward for the most part. Do have a little bit that we have to do here for, but really shouldn't be too difficult. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place down a loom. We're going to need, for our first set of banners, we're going to need 3 light gray banners, 3 black dye, 3 gray dye, and 2 light gray dye. We're going to place down our light gray banner in our loom, as well as our black dye. Now, what we're going to do here is for all 3 banners, or all 3 light gray banners, we're going to go and do a line across the top of black dye. So it's just going to be like that all the way across. Then we're going to go ahead and place down a light gray banner back in a loom with our light gray dye, and we're going to go ahead and do a line, or basically this kind of split in half, but it goes vertical corner to corner, so it's this triangle type design. We're going to go ahead and do this for one banner. Then it's going to be going to the right side, and then for a second banner, it's going to be going ahead and going up to the left side. So it's going to look something like that. And we have these 2 banners here. Now all 3 of these banners now are going to be placed back into our loom with our gray dye. In our gray dye, we're going to go and split the banner in half with gray being on the bottom, so it's going to look like this. And we're going to go ahead and do this for each one of our banners. And you create these 3 banners here. Now these banners are going to be placed on the side of the aircraft, so on these nether brick walls. So we have these 2 kind of straight banners, and then we have this banner here. Now you want the banner that's going to go ahead and has the angle that goes toward the rear of the aircraft, so it kind of helps form the frame here for the canopy of the aircraft. And the same thing is done on this side. We're just going to be using the other banner like that. So that's what you basically want there, and that's going to create your framing there for the front windscreen. With that all done though, that is it for those banners, and then our next set of banners are going to be the red star that is located on the rear of the aircraft. So for this, going into our loom, we're going to go ahead and place down a red banner in our loom and our gray dye. We're going to do a line that goes horizontally across the center of the banner with our gray dye, so you get this red banner and the gray dye in the center. We're going to grab that, put it back into our loom, and we want to go ahead and then grab our red dye, and we're going to go ahead and then do and also a banner pattern that's a flower charge. So you're going to create this kind of looking design like this. So it creates this design here. After that, we're going to go ahead and grab that banner, put it back into our loom, and we're going to go ahead and then take out our red dye and our banner pattern. We're going to place our gray dye back in. We're going to go ahead and do a line that goes horizontally across the top with gray. grab that banner, put it back into our loom. We're going to remove the gray, put the red back in, and we want to go ahead and then do a diamond with our red. So it's going to look like this here. Grab that banner, put it back into our loom. We're going to go and then take our gray dye. We're going to do a triangle that goes up from the bottom like that. And then we want to go and then do the horizontal line across the bottom here for gray dye. So you get a banner that looks like this, has a red star on it, and it's going to go on the back here of this stair. And that will be done on both vertical stabilizers like that. And once you have that all complete there, that is going to wrap up everything we have here for the in-flight version of the J-20. We have all the banners done and the vertical stabilizers, so that's pretty much it for the build. With this, we will be going ahead and now moving on to the landing gear. So those of you that do want to build the landing version of the aircraft, we'll be going ahead and covering how to do that next. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to the landing gear. So moving into our landing gear, we're going to be going ahead and start with our front landing gear. We're going to go and go to this section down here of the aircraft, and we're going to go ahead and end up breaking this top slab. So we're going to break this one right here. In this place, we're going to place down a birchwood fence post, and then we're going to go and skip a space down, and on the ground below it, we're going to place down a block of coal. We then want to place down an anvil on top of the block of coal, and then a skeleton skull come off the anvil facing backwards. After that is done, we're going to go ahead and then break 1, 2, and 3 polished blackstone top slabs forward, and we're going to go and break the gray concrete blocks above them. Now, in this space right here, we're going to go and place down a stone brick wall right above that fence post, and then we also want to go and grab iron trapdoors. And for the rest of the inside here, we're just going to go ahead and layer this with iron trapdoors up above here. And this is going to be the wheel well. Now with that done, we also want to go ahead and go to the sides here, and we're going to go and do the doors. So we're going to break 1, 2, and 3 dark oak trapdoors, and then this one slab here. And the door only opens on one side. So we're going to place down a polished blackstone stair like so. And then we're going to place down 1 and 2 stairs forward, and then our corner stair on the front. So it's going to create this design here. On the bottom of these 2 blocks, we're going to place down 2 more slabs, and then a dark oak trapdoor on each end. So it's going to look something like that there. And after we have that all done, we want to go in very simply, just take a light gray banner, and we have this design here. I'm not going to show you guys how to make it in the loom because it's pretty simple, I feel. But it's a light gray banner, has a black border, and a black horizontal line for the dead center. And you're just going to take this and place it on both sides of the block of coal. Pretty straightforward, and that right there is what you want to build for your forward landing gear. Okay, so moving into our rear landing gear now, we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and going to this section here. Now, right after these 3 stone top slabs, we have these 3 polished blackstone stairs, and it's going to go ahead and be the walls that are directly kind of at an angle from them. So we have these 3 walls here. We're going to go ahead and break out like so. Now, once we have that all done there, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves stone, and we're going to go ahead and replace the blocks on the inside here for the landing gear well with stone. This is just going to kind of help, create that inside color there for the aircraft. What we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and place down a stone brick wall, which we can go ahead and grab from up front here. So we're going to place down a stone brick wall right here. Or rather, sorry, a stone brick wall that goes down, so coming off that slab there. We're going to go ahead and place down an anvil above it. Then below the stone brick wall, we're going to place down a birchwood fence post, and then we're going to place down a stone top slab on the bottom here of that. We then want to place down a skeleton skull coming off the fence post like that, and then we're going to go and grab ourselves end rods. We're going to place down an end rod going up from the skeleton skull, and then an end rod coming off this stone block here. And then taking an iron trapdoor, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor in this space like so, and that's going to form your strut there for your landing gear. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a polished blackstone stair for our wheels. And to make our wheels pretty simple, it's going to be an upside down stair on top, and then 2 stairs like that. So it's going to basically form this wheel that looks just like that, really simple. For the landing gear doors, we want to go ahead and begin with by placing down 3 upside down stairs like that. And after we have those 3 upside down stairs, we're going to go ahead and then place down 2 deep slate walls that are going to come down at an angle like that, going back. And then on the inside here, the walls, we're going to place down 2 dark oak trapdoors and have them laying flat against the walls like that, just to help kind of make the necessary shape there for the door, fill any gaps and stuff. And that right there is going to form your landing gear. Now what we're going to do next is we have these 2 banner designs that are going to be going on the side of these stairs. They're really simple. They're black banners that have a light gray stripe on the right side and then on the left side of one of the banners. So it looks like that. And then you have a black horizontal lines across the top and bottom. And it's really simple. Again, not something I'm going to go ahead and do in the loom because I feel it's pretty self-explanatory. But that right there is basically what you would do for your wheels. And you'll take that same design and copy it over to the other side. And once you do that, you'll have your landing gear basically added onto the J-20 and the landed version of the aircraft complete. Anyways, though, that right there is going to wrap up my tutorial for both the in-flight and landed version for the Chengdu J-20. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this aircraft and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This will be linked from a side of the build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear on social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build you're free to use for a project you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. And with that, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.